Kahala, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Chodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to Akam doing his work and true sincerity in the four corners of the earth. All right, want to do a current event, all right, lesson, okay, going into what's going on, all right, in the planet Earth, all right, mainly America, okay, which is Babylon the Great, all right, and a lot of people's minds was put to ease, all right, by this so-called peace deal, okay, that Donald T put together, all right, with Iran, which, if you got a brain in your head, you just knew that that shit wasn't gonna work out, you know. The negotiations with the Strait of Hormuz, all right, all the points that Iran had rolled out, you know, a nation, all right, like Babylon is not gonna go for no shit like that, all right, to where you can use your strait. The Strait of Hormuz. Now you could do a toll system, you know, which is going to be revenue for hundreds of years. Thinking in their minds. No, 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 hell no. Only Esau allowed to put taxation, on the other nations and his own citizens. We got tollways here in Houston that been here for decades. And they told the people that after they was done building the tollway and they collected what they needed to recomp, for the construction, that shit never happened. All right. And the people said, hey man, y'all said toll was gonna be free after a few years. You know, what did the government say? They said, shut up, nigga. Nigga, look here. We making $1 million+ a day off this tollway. We done made $1 billion off this tollway, nigga. We not changing shit, you know. And that's how the devil is. Because you get caught on that tollway, all right, and you got a certain balance over a certain amount, which is a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of how do you say it? Overcooked charges and shit. Now your ass banned. Now you get on there, your ass getting arrested for driving on a fucking road. That's how fucking wicked this fucking devil is, man. That's why you can never be satisfied, all right, or complacent in this fucking place. Okay? Because yeah, we got AC, yeah, we got running water and shit, and toilets and shit. Okay? But this place is fucking hell, man. This place is hell, and it's complete oppression. Even now I gotta fucking every time I go in my goddamn gate, I gotta fucking put in a goddamn code. Gotta put a code in every time I go through the damn gate, man. And that not the code, but I gotta go on the damn app, where I got the lesson going and shit, you know? And I ain't about to close this. I'm about to just go park somewhere. Then this jackass, I'm trying to go to show you people got spirits on them, man. Trying to go through the damn exit gate. This nigga keeping me from going through the damn exit. Nigga, I live here, you know? But that's just the oppression, man. So we seeing that this war is brewing up, man. All right, and it ain't going nowhere. All right, it ain't going nowhere. All right, I know it's fucking up your fuel prices, your gas prices. I know it's fucking up your import export. Okay, but oh well, man. To hell with this place. As usual, Esau is making a slow grind of, to slowly grind this place down to a pulp, you know, and to do it his way, to try to do it his way, because they got a lot of shit they still got to get together, man. You know, as brothers always say, these data centers are too far behind, man. So even if they wanted to go in and try to rush Iran right now, they can't do it. Okay, because they don't have the thing set up for after they invade Iran. The catalyst to what happens after that. The financial collapse. You know, they need to have all that shit in position. Okay, and that's why you got at the end of the year that draft. How you say that draft bill is gonna be going through. All right, and then they're gonna be able to use the selective service. All right, on you young men in Babylon, man. War game the draft. Selective service system wants to war game the draft. That's all this is a damn war game. All right. And the ones that got the puzzles in their hand, the pieces in their hand, the chess pieces, all right, are the elites. Okay, picking and choosing where your ass gonna go die. Oh yeah, this the hot zone. Send them niggas in here. You know? Yeah, we know some people gonna die. It's okay. We just gotta run the mission. Run the play. Yeah, you niggas love talking about running plays. Esau's the one running plays on the planet Earth. Okay, you niggas are just lost in the sauce, doing what Esau allows you to do. Fearing that his new plans for the U.S. military draft pool won't work, the Selective Service System wants to create a computer simulation to test scenarios for its national mobilization. The Readiness Simulation Project comes as the government is about to change its draft registration system. Since 1940, men with the designated age range have been required to register with the Selective Service, but under a proposed rule, men aged 18 to 26 will be automatically registered starting December 19, 2026. The Selective Service system will work off data contained in other federal databases. Questions remain about how prepared the Selective Service system is to handle the change. It says SSS currently relies on manual analysis, legacy modeling approaches, outdated assumptions, and historical data sets that do not fully reflect modern demographics, communications channels, throughput constraints, or operational readiness conditions. Warrant the agency in a request for quote for the readiness simulation tool. It say the deadline for vendors to propose their simulation models is August 14th. So you got vendors and companies, that's vowing, to get this contract with the military to find the best slaves, to go and die in the Valley of Yehoshaphat, man. And that's how this thing works, man. America is a big fucking corporation, you know. And guess what? They're gonna use AI for a lot of that shit, to find you wherever the hell you at, Tyrone. You know, Big Mike. They coming to find your black ass, nigga. All right, ain't no ghetto gonna be able to save you when your ass get that draft paper. All right, they gonna find your ass. Ain't gonna be no just I got it in the mail, I ripped it up. Shit, them niggas have to come get me. They gonna come get your ass. They gonna come get you like they was going to go get the men in Ukraine and shit. I'm talking about jump out boys, pull up, throw their ass in the van, man, and drive off. You had dudes over there. The only way they didn't get drafted was pulling out a pistol on the, on their own government. You know, so it ain't gonna be nowhere to hide, man. And all their parameters is gonna be in there. They got the rules about if you're like a only child or if you're the only male child. They're gonna process eliminate all that shit. Northern Kingdom, you wanna stay here? All right, best believe they're gonna have a plan for your ass. Venezuelans can stay if they go to the war. Levi, you can stay if you go to the war. Because they're gonna need bodies. They need bodies to go out there for the sacrifice, man. You know, for that one last hoorah for America, man. All right, and eventually it's gonna move on to the women. You know, you women want equality. You want all this feminism bullshit. All right, go and grab you a rifle. All right, get you a helmet and get your ass out there. You know, show that you the baddest bitch. You know, war is not a joke, man. War is hey, and the scriptures say the Most High is a man of war. All right, the Most High loves war. Okay, so when you bring your ass into a half stepping, all right, you're gonna receive a great judgment. Even if you ain't half stepping, you're gonna receive a great judgment, man. All right, but a woman ain't got no place on a goddamn battlefield, man. Okay, when an enemy combatives run up on a woman, man, they thinking like, okay, we got this shit. You know, who want that? You got it. Who gonna stop us? You know. But Esau pushes this bullshit, man. Equality and all this sucker shit. You know, all this softness being pushed in a hard world. You know, it's a hard world. You can leave your house and a damn nigga run a red light and dismember your ass, man. Okay, you can get on the goddamn plane and a plane could go down, burn your ass up. You know, you can get a fucking flesh eating bacteria or some shit, man. Okay, or a fucking turbo cancer. That's some hard shit. But here it is. Esau is pushing. Be nice. Be gentle. Don't curse. Treat women this way. Treat them that way. Okay, it's a bunch of BS, man. A bunch of unrealism, man. Shit is unrealistic. It's like when we go out teaching on the highways and byways, y'all got to use nicer words and y'all got to be more gentle. Nigga, the world ain't gentle. The fuck are you talking about? Women get raped, all right? People get smoked every day, popped every day, you know? Dying accidents every day, which is all judgment from the Most High Power. But we supposed to come out and talk to you all nice with perfect soliloquy and shit, man. You people are crazy and just delusional. I only like being around you people that's like that, man. You niggas are weird. And then when your ass get clapped, you be the main ones that get clapped because you live in fucking oblivion. You operating as a damn a moron. You ain't being circumspect. You know, them be the main niggas that be dying and dropping dead. The careless motherfuckers, man. Fucking women taking their ass to Central America and South America and Africa and shit by themselves. Traveling by yourself in general as a woman. You out of your fucking mind. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasten greatly, even the voice of the Lord, even the voice of the day of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly, man. Okay? The scripture said the mighty man shall cry there bitterly, man. So how much more for you weak ass peons, you know, in Babylon that they gonna send off you 18 to 26, you know, which is I believe it's Gen Z and shit. Gen Z mixed in, you know. What the hell are you goddamn magpies gonna do out there, man? Nothing. Get dumped on, get hit with mags, you know? But that's all I had. Your presentation was edifying and shalom.